Greetings, welcome back to another M0YKS YouTube video for ham radio. And yeah, I've been spending more money on some equipment. This time we've got the UV-25, which I mentioned on my last video. So a lot of people are getting into these cheap, affordable radios. It's a great way to start the hobby. If you're new to ham radio, obviously you can pick them up for a fraction of the price of a typical Yaesu, Kenwood or Icon. I've got Kenwood and Yaesu handles. They are very good quality, but I can't really fault these Chinese cheapies, as I'm calling them. So yeah, this is the UV-25. So I'm not doing an unboxing video. What I am going to do is get it out of the box, program it on Chirp, and get outside in the field and give it a good trying. But as you can see, we've got some nice kit. This is the tactical antenna which comes with it, top loaded. Looks a little bit like a silencer. I think someone else said that. Your usual belt clip and cable to charge it, but the actual radio is a beast. So everybody says it's a beast who gets it out of the box. I've watched a few videos, but believe you me, you have to be feeling it to believe in it. It's some serious piece of kit. I love the quality of the VFO. It's a milled steel nut, which many people have mentioned. I think it's anodized. Just looks good, feels great. Very solid piece of kit. So I'm going to get it built up, I'm going to get it programmed. We're going to get it out, we're going to try it. It's a 10 watt radio. The other one was a 7 watt one. That's proving to be really cool. What I do like about these radios is the reception quality. They're awesome receivers, and seem to be putting out a pretty good signal with 10 watts from what I've been reading about. So I'm going to try it for myself. I'm not too worried about the harmonics or anything like that, because I'm going to be using it out in the field, away from people, with a small antenna, no big gainer. So I'm not really going to be troubling people where I'm going to be planning to operate from. So let's see what it's like. It certainly looks the business. The UV-25. And surprisingly, it has got the other frequencies. It says it starts at, I think, 136 or something like that, but I'm actually down on 118 already. And I'm on AM. So we've got the air bands as well, which I didn't expect it to have. I thought it'd just be the higher bands starting from 136 upwards. But it's better than what I thought so far. So I'm going to program it with Chirp, and I'll get right back to you and we'll try it out. So when I'm doing the Chirp, all it is a computer program you download. It's a quick, fast method for putting favourite frequencies, programming your handhelds, storing it all, just transferring it straight from the computer across to the radio, pre-programming it without having to mess around with the buttons. But this is what you need. It's just a straightforward cable. This is one that I got earlier. It is actually a BAOFENG cable, and that's going to just plug into the socket, the speaker and microphone socket on the side. So I'm going to plug that into the USB port, wait for the computer program to come on, and we're going to chirp it up, as we say this side. So I'll show you what it's like. I'm not going to do a full video, I'm just going to give you a quick rundown. So initially you plug your cable into the computer. Then you select the COM port which you're operating from on your computer, the USB port. Mine's number 6, COM port 6 I believe. So we'll select that on the software. That will then allow me to connect it to the radio once it's plugged in. Easy enough, let's get it done. Right, I've got the cable in. It's the connecting cable which I mentioned, which plugs into the earphone microphone socket, the 2-pin port. Just make sure you give this a full firm push to get it fully closed, connected there. And then the cable just runs down into the computer, as you can see, straight into the USB port. You'll have to configure the port on the Chirp software. Mine's port number 6. Right, I've got the page open. I've just flashed a load of pre-saved frequencies. These are actually saved on my Quencheng list, which I pre-populated earlier. That's the original one. So what I've done is I've just plugged the cable in, as I mentioned. I've selected the UV-17 Pro option from the list of radios, which you choose when it asks you to download from the radio initially. And then I've just copied all the frequencies that I want off my Quencheng list and pasted them to the BAOFENG list. So all I've got to do now is transfer these across. What I've noticed is I can't save the airband frequencies to the memory channels, but I've already programmed them in on the VFO channel, so you can put them into the VFO side, operate on AM, but you can't seem to work on the memory for some reason. So that's a bit strange, but we'll have a look at that and see if we can do aught about that. For now, let's just flash these across. So we're going to upload them to the radio. So that should fairly smooth and quick. And now it's cloning to this radio, so it'll put all these saved memories into this new radio ready to play. And that's as simple and easy as that. So as you can see, it's worked. We've got AO91 frequency showing on the top. And like I said already, it does AM, so I can't understand why I couldn't store the AM frequencies to the memory channel, but it does work on the VFO. So either way, we're listening to the airbands when we select one. So right now we've got two VFOs in operation working. It's a dual watch radio, so once I decide to set it up for the dual watch capability, just turned it off for now, it will work on receive on both bands. And that of course is both bands simultaneously, so I should be able to listen to air bands and amateur bands at the same time using this, like I do with the other radios. They're all dual watch radios, these Chinese ones, and they work really well, so whichever signal comes in overrides whatever VFO you're listening on. So let's give this a blast. I'm just going to fit the back belt clip, lanyard and the other little bits and pieces, and then I'm going to give it a try outside and see if we can pick anybody up. So as you can see, we're not short of handhelds in this QTH, but right now we're looking at this centerpiece, which is the biggest one. I've got quite a range of radios for you to look at there, but we're looking at the UV-25. So I'm going to turn it on. It's not going to be a particularly active time, it's midweek, but we'll see what we can receive. So I've got this UV-25 BAOFENG 10 watt FM radio. It does do AM. I've got it on AM at the moment, on the bottom VFO, 126925 AM, narrow band. That's an aircraft frequency. I've tried it, it works. It doesn't receive as good as the other one that's designated airband radio, the other BAOFENG, 5R Max, but it does work. But that could be just out of this antenna being a little bit out of resonance. So I wouldn't have said it was quite as good on the airbands as the other one, but it works. So it's not meant to work. It's supposed to start on 137, I think 136, so it probably would be much better reception up there. But just to show you that you can input those frequencies in. So right now I'm going to test it out. We've got a local repeater, 70 sems. We'll just give this one a try. Open it up. So we've got it fully open. And I'll just try a little voice call. M0YKS listening through. So I know I got in there. So that's a 70 sems repeater, which I got through to. I'm not expecting any comes backs, but we'll just monitor it for a split second or two on this lovely big Feng. I love it. It's a bit of a. It's supposed to be military spec. It does actually remind me of that kind of thing. So it's very military looking and it feels great. It's really sturdy. Ideal if you've got big fingers.
Simon from Mike 3 Tango Lima. I can hear that you're trying to talk to me, but it's very staticky. It's very strange.
So that's Louise coming back to me there on the. She's hearing a bit of bleed over. I'm just going to put it on that frequency. Mike 3 Tango Lima. I wasn't on that frequency. I was just trying something out there. How copy M0YKS?
That's a lot better. I can hear you nice and clearly now from Mike 3 Tango Lima.
Yeah, Roger. I'm just setting the volume on that one. You have to come back there. Yeah, I've got a superb quality signal coming from you. Obviously, we've been just in the same QTH, but it's sounding very nice indeed. Good audio and obviously full-scale signal.
Yeah, your signal's full scale as well, coming through very clear. Yeah, working all right in the short distance. Mike 3 Tango Lima.
Yeah, Mike 3 Tango Lima. Thanks for the radio report, and catch up with you very shortly. M0YKS.
Okay, M0YKS. Just to let you know, I have recorded your audio so you can hear it back yourself. Well, Mike 3 Tango Lima, off and clear.
Thanks for that. Catch you later. Bye bye. But it's sounding very nice indeed. Good audio and obviously full scale signal.
Yeah, your signal's full scale as well, coming through very clear. Yeah, working all right from the short distance. Mike 3 Tango Lima.
Yeah, Mike 3 Tango Lima. Thanks for the radio report and catch up with you very shortly. M0YKS. Yeah, so that'll do. So obviously just a local report from the QTH, but good way to test it out to see what the audio sounds like, and we'll try out a proper call and see if we get anybody a bit further afield. So as you know, I've put the memories in. I've got the Chirp software working fully, so we've got the local repeater on the top one, I'll just show you how we can flick through the VFOs. It is a big beast, so it's a little bit tricky holding this with the one hand. I'm just going to change that to that one. That's the one I've got with the aircraft band in, and then we'll just bring up the normal VFO, and that's the 77 repeater. So dual watch radio, can listen to both bands at the same time. Right now I'm just going to put a quick call through the 2 meter repeater when I put it onto that one. It's a bit tricky with one hand. Here we go, hang on a sec. Just getting a bit more comfortable. It is a big radio, I won't deny that. And I'm just getting to grips with it, that's it. So that's the bottom repeater opened up. A nice signal coming in on 77s. And we've got the top one, which is the 2 meter one. So let's give a quick call through that. M0YKS listening through. M0YKS listening through. So yeah, that was a bit better. So yeah, seems to be working okay. We'll have to get out a little bit further afield to do a proper test. So yeah, so far I'm thinking it's good spend, good value for money. Obviously not tried it out fully. So we'll make some proper contacts. We'll get up on the tops on a next video and obviously try it out. But we can seem to open up a repeater which is a few miles away and one that's a little bit more local, no problem, with a nice antenna, and obviously get a quick chat with M3TLL giving me a quick radio report telling me the audio's okay. So we'll give it a proper test out over the next few weeks and we'll make a next video showing it in action. The UV-25R, nice piece of kit. It is solid and it definitely resembles a military style kind of thing, feels like it, and yeah, I reckon it's gonna be a good bit of fun. Nice cheap budget radio from BAOFENG. Hope you've enjoyed this one and we'll be back with a proper testing out on the next one.